Hello, I am Jill Courtney, and I'm completing this presentation for RePublic Schools in fulfillment of interview pre-work as requested. It is to be used as an example of work that best demonstrates my ability to move teacher practice and thus scholar practice for increased data returns. To put this into context, this school year was unlike any other, and the data reflects that. In the fall semester of 2020, schools reopened in a virtual setting due to the global pandemic, and the scenario demanded that both teachers and students learn technology that they may or may not have been using previously. A typical online instruction initiative often takes about 6 months for a proper rollout, but the students and teachers were not afforded that time. By focusing on several data points in the spring 2021 teacher climate survey for the high school, which has been anonymized for this presentation, we can see small growth measures in leadership and faculty development. The first statistic I wanted to focus on is at the bottom of the second page, feedback and coaching. At my high school, feedback and coaching is already lacking in comparison to data from teachers from the same quadrant, cluster, all area high schools, and the overall district. This statistic was at 38% in fall of 2020 during the first online semester this school has ever implemented. In spring of 2021, teachers returned a still lacking 46%, but this reflects small improvements within the feedback and coaching realm. Right here, two down. Professional learning is another statistic I wanted to highlight. In the fall of 2021, teachers gave professional learning at the school a 36%, and in the spring of 2021, 41%, reflecting a small increase. Again, compared with the data in the larger population, this statistical data is not great for the school. And at the bottom of this left page, school leadership is a third statistic that I wanted to feature. At only 37% in fall of 2020, the increase of 16% to 53% in spring of 2021 reflects that school leadership is improving rapidly, though still falling short in other comparison populations. The difference reflects a tail wagging the dog scenario where initially school coaching, professional learning, and leadership within the technological realm all fell to teachers as administrators were not trained in the software delivery methods the teachers were now utilizing to deliver their curricula. As administration learned the software after most teachers already learned amongst themselves, they began to again resume leadership and professional development for teachers instead of relying on teachers to teach other teachers as they learned and taught simultaneously. I designed an administration training rollout to aid in this process, alleviating the stress and overburdening of teachers, which in turn is allowing teachers to teach and students to learn and leaders to lead. Teachers also had to teach the students how to use the technology. So, this act of alleviating all responsibilities onto teachers significantly changed the climate of the school and will undoubtedly reflect greater student achievement outcomes. Here is a presentation for the admin training plan for improving overall school effectiveness. I completed this for my PhD schoolwork. Administration Training for XYZ High School, designed and presented by Jill Courtney, created for Franklin University IDL 820, Strategic Assessment and Decision Making. During the 2019-2020 school year, the world was affected by a global pandemic due to COVID-19. In response, many public schools, which are traditionally overburdened and underfunded, had to make the choice to take all classes online. Teachers, many of whom had never taught online before, had to reformat their entire jobs, curricula, routines, and lifestyles to accommodate this circumstance. At XYZ High School, the Learning Management System, or LMS, called Schoology, was the learning management software chosen. The stakeholders of XYZ High School, along with all other schools in the district, had never used this delivery method before. Teachers had to fend for themselves to deliver an education, as administrators did not lead the charge. Teachers relied on other teachers to learn on the fly, which affected how leadership was perceived, caused significant burden on teachers, undermined the climate of the school, and affected the quality of education that teachers delivered and students received. In addition, the application called Talking Points was discovered to be highly useful for teachers when communicating with a highly diverse population of students and families for whom XYZ High School serves. The teachers taught each other this as well. The mission of XYZ High School is to provide high-quality instruction and individualized support to prepare all students for their present and future success. The vision is to strive for and maintain excellence. The school serves over 2,100 students, has 110 full-time faculty, and 7 administrators. It is a diverse, urban school that offers grades 9 through 12. 120 languages are spoken at XYZ High School. An educational consultant was hired to analyze the school. The organizational analysis recognized that the LMS Schoology was new to all stakeholders. The environmental analysis found severely overburdened teachers who had no choice but to teach each other, as the administration did not take time to learn the applications through which the teachers were teaching and students were learning. This unfamiliarity took administration out of the equation as leaders, undermining morale, teachers' efficiency and impactful use of time, and student learning returns. This was in significant contrast to the stated vision and mission of the school, as students and teachers struggled with computer and application proficiency, as well as a significant language barrier for 33% of the student population. The cause of this gap was shown to be a lack of administrative fluency and leadership during this crucial time. The assessment purpose is to aid administrators by training them so that they might resume leadership, training, and support of current teachers and any new hires, alleviate stress and job dissatisfaction and low morale, while allowing for the school's mission and vision to be brought back into focus. Outcomes aim for students to receive a robust, rigorous education aligned with the school's mission and vision in the 4 most common languages, differentiating for English language learners, exceptional education, and tiered education populations, increasing teachers' level of effectiveness and student learning outcomes. Assessment tools chosen include surveys that reflect both qualitative and quantitative pre- and post data, and Schoology and Talking Points training modules as created by an instructional designer. The intervention. School administrators, 7 in total, at XYZ High School will be trained for 4 full school days on Schoology and Talking Points. 4 modules will be designed, 1 for each day of training. This will include 3 software training days and 1 drill day/planning day where they resume their role and plan for a standardized rollout of training to current and new stakeholders. The Phillips ROI assessment model was chosen to guide the process, which consists of 5 steps. Level 1 aims for the reaction/planned action to be a positive school climate where teachers are supported and administrators lead. Level 2 aims to ensure administrators understand and can teach all software. Level 3 aims to apply the learning to lead and train all teachers and staff. Level 4 aims to impact the school's stress level, respect level, and teacher and student outcome levels. Level 5 aims to have a decrease in stress level at 25% as its return on investment, or ROI. The full training plan begins with XYZ High School as the focus group and ABC High School, a mirrored high school in the same community with the same demographics and size as the control group. Pre-surveys and post-surveys will be administered to both high school stakeholders. Training will be implemented at XYZ High School, and data mining will include short and long-term returns in school climate, teacher level of effectiveness, and student data. Post surveys will happen for 1 year at 3-month intervals for both schools, and both schools will be presented with the findings, and both executive principals will also be presented with all data and ROI. ROI cost categories that can be translated into hard quantitative data include training, consulting, and design, participant hours and needs, and teacher returns related to job satisfaction, such as turnover, absenteeism, and healthcare costs. ROI benefits include job satisfaction, leadership respect, stakeholder retention, teacher level of effectiveness, and student data to include grades, attendance, behaviors, and educational progress. All of these categories will be compared to the data from ABC High School to reflect the impact of the administrator training. The ROI calculation percentage will equal the benefits minus the costs times 100 divided by costs. This ROI will be communicated to the two executive principals of both high schools. The communication plan includes internal communication with all XYZ high school stakeholders, with differentiation to include ROI and a formal presentation for the executive principal, a formal presentation without ROI for the administrators and teachers, and charts and data provided to other stakeholders via email. Ongoing communication from start to finish will be verbal through email and through meetings with administrators and teachers of XYZ High School, and the ABC stakeholders will receive an explanation of a training program and ongoing post assessments to compare to XYZ High School. Eventually, this will be presented to ABC High School stakeholders externally through a formal meeting and email.